Okay. Monday recap. Not a bad Monday, but going into the day, um, there's no news Monday and a day before like CPI and PPI the days following. So what do you expect? You expect, not your clearest draws to get hit, but to probably chop a little bit. But even with the chop, it was still relatively clean. But like this is the 1 minute. So you can see like, yeah, all we did today was just range basically. But going onto the higher time frame, like we've been bearish. So I am bearish. We started off in a 1 hour gap right here, 15-minute gap right here. And this is where I expected to eject from. And I expected lows down here to be even I even expected this low to be hit, but then I was like, shit, Monday no news, probably not gonna happen. Um, I wanted London lows to at least get hit, but they didn't. But that's fine. So going into the day, I'm just gonna mark off everything because I marked a whole bunch of shit. Um, okay. So yeah, market opens and we edge London lows, right? The usual, nothing crazy. Um, right, yeah. So we come from a 5 minute gap from right here, we get displacement down. This is a nice trade. Break even at the lows, but you get break even, I guess. That's pre-market though, 9:30. Displacement from this gap, 3 minute gap, and we expect London lows to get hit. We edged it, we got this recovery, and we flipped off of it. Um, what happened right here was ES edged these London highs, which is up here for NQ, but we did sweep this out. We got displacement lower on both pairs. We inversed everything in the leg. Yeah, there was a 5 minute gap right here. We inversed that right there. On the 3 minute. 3 minute looks a little better than the 5 minute. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we got displacement. We had this 3 minute gap. We expect to reject from for going lower, and London lows were below us. Hold on, let me mark it. Right. So yeah, we had these lows, and London lows, and also these lows. If you want to target that. And then I was expecting rejection. We tapped into the 2 minute up here, and we immediately went lower, and we got this fat displacement down. Creating this order block, whatever, just disrespecting everything. Got a good displacement from that gap. Enter right there, stops here, and TP was right here, 1.5 risk reward. Entered here on the funded, and basically what happened was about like right here, so like literally less than a one risk reward is like zero point 0.8. Trade of Eight was going through some problems and it just canceled my order. Some people didn't even get to execute at all. They didn't even get to enter their order. So I ended up 280 on the day. Should have been 450 to 5. Should have been 500. I calculated it exactly actually. This would have been 500. And I already I got a 498 trade, which is above the 40% consistency. So now that's my new high that I can have. So yeah, I would have gotten basically 500 from that, which was like another $200 from that trade, but still nonetheless, still a winning trade on the funded. I need about three more to pass the account. Not pass the account, to get the payout. Um, but yeah, that wasn't a bad trade. Obviously I'm not taking longs here because we're bearish, right? Waiting for some bearish opportunity right there, boom. And honestly, like if you held a runner to London lows, like that would not have been bad. We shouldn't have been edging it like that. Um, but yeah, no, as soon as we swept this low kind of chopped around a little bit, we got this flip and then I was like, oh fuck, we're going to London highs probably, and we did, and then yeah, we're just ranging basically. Um, Tap to a 15-minute gap right here, displacement, and then we just come back up. So, but it's also 11:45-ish, so not the best time to be trading. But like overall, not a really bad day. Um, yeah, so funded 283. I'm finally in profit, finally. After me crashing out on that like Christmas week or some shit. No more of that, obviously. I don't see myself ever doing that ever again, to be honest, because I'm just like so crazy locked in. And then funded was 3,100, but I took a small trade just to try something out and it didn't work. So 3K on profit, and I just need one more trade to pass that. Let's see what I took. Yeah. So I took this. There's a 5 minute gap right here, and we had this 1 minute gap right there. Honestly, a pretty shitty play, I'm not gonna lie. We did get a, 5 minute gap taps, SMT, inverse, all that crap, but like I am still entering in chop. And even though we did get that 5 minute gap tap, SMT, I do expect us, if we are to reject from there, but nonetheless, we are still in the middle of chop. It hasn't been outside of the chop, It like barely manipulated. Like this is still kind of accumulation. So I'm not gonna lie, not the best trade, but like also I don't really care too much because I wasn't risking shit. Yeah, I like lost not like 150 or something on that trade on the eval too. Uh so yeah, profit 3K, eval, profit almost 300 on the funded. Um yeah, not a bad day. I did want to kind of take this actually. Um so keep in mind there was an SMT here. And honestly, when it came down to it, I probably wouldn't have taken this because every single time, even if the draw looks clear, if there's an SMT here and we get like that displacement from the gap, it's just lower odds that it's going to work out. So why would I take something that is lower odds and why not just wait for a good setup with higher probability? But if that wasn't swept, we didn't have SMT there, right? Displacement below this low, displacement from here, 5 minute gap. We inverse this big 1 minute gap with displacement, that would have been a pretty free trade to these lows and hopefully London lows, but looking at the price action, it's just gonna range for the rest of the day. So yeah, honestly, pretty happy with today. I should say that what I did end up taking actually was ES swept out these London highs. We tapped into a 1 hour imbalance and we got displacement right here, right? Where was it? Yeah. On the 3 minute, I basically took, so we swept out liquidity. I still think we're bearish overall. SMT at London highs and also ES tapped into a bigger imbalance. And Q is also in this 15-minute gap still. Off of this 3 minute inverse, this is where I entered on the eval, stops there, and take profit. I was gonna hold it to London lows, but what happened? Yeah, so I was holding it right. I was break even as soon as we went down here. So right there, risk free. We chop. Wait, hold on. No, I'm tripping, bro. I didn't take that. I did not take that. I took this. It's basically the same exact thing. We swept liquidity. This was a 15-minute gap. ES did edge London lows, I mean London highs, but we got this V shape right out of it. There was a 2 minute, yeah, 2 minute inverse right here. This is what I ended up taking. 2 minute inverse stops the highs. TP, I think was like down there. Yeah. So yeah, entered off of that candle, stops for realistically up there. Um, we came all the way down here, right? And we got displacement below this low. There's nothing else stopping us going to at least this low. And I thought London was the draw. So I should have gone break even, but honestly, there was a fat 3 minute gap right here, and this is where I expected us to reject from, if we reject from anywhere. And so when we filled it and then rejected and got that displacement, obviously I was still in that trade, but basically I saw this displacement. Instead of going break even on this, I hopped immediately on the funded, entered on that, put all my stops, take profits, went break even on the eval, back on to the funded, just because that's the only one I care about. I got stopped out like right here. It's just so fucking gay, but whatever. And then I just managed this, and basically I was like 2K in profit right here. We're inside of this big imbalance, and we started kind of chopping through it. We got this rejection. And so I was out, I think I got out here because it just didn't look like we were going lower anymore. We got all of this. Yes, we could retrace here and go down there, but there's also this fat imbalance. And I was up 2K already, so I just took out there, ended up bottom taking it because I'm a fucking G. And yeah. So yes, price action was a little scary just because it's just chopping around a little bit, but there was some clean setups. And like just conditions where if you even if it's when it's chopping, it's still gonna move somewhere. And when those conditions happen at the right time, at the right displacement below the lows, and there's nothing stopping us from going lower, it's a good trade in my opinion. So yeah, overall, good day.